Hi. So I will be planning on buying a car in the next 10 years, and it will be new. I will not be getting used. So here I'm going to test out three websites, cars.com, then truecar.com, and then edmunds.com. And on them, I will be looking for a brand new Ford Mustang. So let's get started. So at cars.com, first, it's very easy. You can go find new cars or used. So on the top left, so I'm going to go Ford, make, model. I will scroll down for the Mustang. It's always at the bottom. And then it asks me maximum price. So I want to get a nice one. So I'll go with the GT. And so I'll put $50,000. And it allows me to search within 30 miles or 50. I'll choose 50 to get the best deal, and I'll input my zip code, and you hit search now. And it's loading, and it looks to be fairly fast. I can either build and price, or I can view inventory, and it lists 156 models within 50 miles. So let's just go with the current inventory. So I click show new cars, and here's a list. And first it comes up with, it says it has 156 models, and the first two, I get a GT Premium, which is nice, what I was kind of looking for. 5.0 liters V8 engine. The next one is a Boss 302, which is also 48,000. So those are both 48,000. And so let's choose the Boss model. Now I can go on the left. I can narrow it by price. I can narrow it by year, style, body style, exterior color, transmission, dealer reviews, listing date, and photos. So since it's new, let's go with 2013. Let's go style. Let's go with the Boss 302 because those are a little more rare, and see how many new ones I can get. Okay, so after that, I come up with two Boss 302s. One is 37 miles away and one is 39 miles away. It gives the price for both. It gives the phone numbers for the dealers. It gives me an option to email the dealers. And let's try to click on one. One is cheaper than the other, listed at $44,000. So let's look. It gives all the specs. It shows me the engine, the mileage, everything that I want to know, the power, what it comes with. It also gives a rating for the dealer, which I think is important. So that's basically that. It allows me to view trade-in value, get to the dealer, calculate my finance and loans, and basically everything you would want. So I would rate this as very good. So that's cars.com. It was very, very simple, straightforward. So now let's go to truecar.com. And instead of having a drop-down menu like cars, this actually there's searching. So, search by make or model. You can drag down, you can either enter it into a search engine, or there's a drop-down menu. So it's not as obvious as the cars, but it's still easy to navigate. So let's try to do the same Ford Boss 302 with a 2013 model. So you go Ford, and it right away, instead of allowing me to choose make and model, it's only make, and then it takes me to a second website listing all the models. So let's search, and the Mustang is kind of hidden because all their models are in gray or silver, and you really have to search for the words. It's not as nice and easy as cars, but it's still not that bad. So then when I get to the website, it gives me a choice of years. So let's click 2013, and then right to the years is a drop-down menu of cars. So there are all these options: two-door coupe V6, two-door coupe V6 Premium. So let's scroll down, and Coupe Boss 302 is the one that I'm looking for. And let's click on that. And it automatically changes the website that I'm at. It gives me a new picture. It gives me a new price. And it knows my address, which is kind of nice. I did not have to enter my zip code. It used it. It gives me a total price, the best price among local dealers, and it says $43,685, which is already cheaper than Cars.com. So let's hit locate dealers, which is one of the top choices right next to the initial price. So local dealers, it takes me to a sign-in page. So I need to enter my address, first name, last name, and email and phone, which honestly, if I'm just looking for a car and just browsing, I probably wouldn't like. So I'm not going to do this. I would assume that once I entered that, it would take me to every dealer and show the price and option packages and others. But it's kind of an inconvenience to have to sign in to get to these things. I would rather be able to look at them and shop and browse without having to provide all my information, my email, because I feel like when I'm providing my email, they're going to send me spam, and I'm not going to want to have to deal with that, especially when I'm just browsing for cars. So TrueCar has some good things where it automatically knows your location, it automatically provides the lowest price and specs, but it's a little bit hard to navigate, and I would rather not provide my personal information. So finally, we're going to look at Edmunds.com, which right when I go to it, asks me to log in with Facebook, which I think is a nifty trick. A lot of websites are doing that, and it's just easier. You don't have to remember an extra password. But for right now, I don't really want to provide any information that they can send me anything from. So for Edmunds.com, there are drop-down menus. So from dealers or search inventory, and it looks a little bit easier than the previous TrueCar.com. So let's go new cars, and I'm going to go again to Ford, and then I'm going to go to Mustang. And instead of just providing me with a Mustang base as the other ones did, it actually, on the homepage, it allows me to go for either Mustang Convertible, Mustang Boss 302, or Mustang Coupe. So I think that narrows it down easier. I'm going to choose Mustang Boss 302 and hit go. Again, it prompts me, a pop-up prompts me to give them my personal information, but it also gives me local dealers with all the phone numbers that said they have it. So I'm going to close out of this and see if I can navigate without giving any personal information. So now it does indeed give me an inventory for in local places, local dealers. And right now there's one matching vehicle from one dealer that's in stock. It's a 2012 Ford Mustang Boss 302. And the quote is around $41,000, which is the best that I've had. But just looking at this website, at the very top of the results page is a list of specs that I can click or not click, and it would narrow down my results. So if I were to get 20 results, I can narrow it down that way. I can narrow down my number of cylinders, a number of other options like cruise control, rear wheel drive, seat material, either cloth or leather, airbags, stability control, and other things like that. I think that's really neat in case you really, really wanted something in your car. And I know I'm searching for a very specific model, but if you were to get a lot of vehicles resulting from your search, you can narrow that down easily, because I know sometimes you have to go by budget and other times you don't. So this way you can narrow down to what's really, really important to you and then go from there. Again, this website, when you click on the results, it takes you right to the package. There's a lot of pictures of the car. There's the dealership with both address and phone number, so you could call them or go. The vehicle description is actually, I think, very, very much written so you could read it and what's important to you. It really specifies power, amount of cargo space, all the options like an MP3 player and everything. And this website, unlike the others, actually gives a message from the seller. So I think that's important because very often you can get the sense of how a seller is just from this, and it's nice. I mean, reading this, it feels more personal than just seeing this seller has it and you have to call, and it seems more friendly. And I know that dealing with dealerships is a hassle, and any leg up that a dealer can get is a good thing. So that was Edmunds.com. I really like this website. I think out of the three, Edmunds might not have the most inventory and might not be as wide-ranging as Cars.com, but it definitely is more wide-ranging than TrueCar.com. And I like the design. As for searching, Cars.com is by far the easiest because when you get to the website, you know exactly whether you want a new car or used car. You can get dealerships within a certain radius, whereas that's an extra option here. And just the ease of searching is the best on Cars.com. But I think it's important to use all three when you're searching for a new car or even a used car to get the best price and to see which dealers are on one rather than the other, because they're not all on the same one, obviously, or else I would have gotten the same models on all three. So I hope this helps, and thank you very much for watching.